Hey superstars, welcome back to my channel. I've got a special guest today again. It's me. It's double me, actually. Anyway, Top Tips Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about, with my special guest, the plant, top 3 tips to stay motivated. Now, motivation is a huge factor for anyone starting or continuing on with a weight loss journey. The amount of times I get the question, how do you stay so motivated? How do you stay so motivated to your goals? How do you start to get motivated? People look for motivation from an external source. And sure, that can help, but that's where the issue lies. Motivation needs to come from inside, from in you. Motivation needs to come from you. Intrinsically motivated is the answer. So I have my top 3 tips to stay motivated, and I am going to share them with you right now. Number 1 is to develop a strong why. Now, I think I've recorded a whole video on this, so feel free to go back through my channel and watch one of the videos on that. But in short, why is it that you want to lose weight? Why? There's a reason that you want to lose weight. And whatever that reason is, it needs to be at the forefront of your mind every single morning that you get up. So for me, for example, my original why, and it changes over time as your goals change and as your lifestyle changes, but my original why was because I was sick of being the fat kid. I was sick of the position that I was in. I no longer wanted to be that version of myself because I hated myself. I hated my existence. I just did not like where I was or who I was and the version of me that was existing through life. So my original why was running away from a really negative place. Now, if a negative motivator, and that starts to develop your why, a negative source, if that's your original motivator and that's what's going to push you, then allow it to be that. But I hope that it doesn't take long for that why to then develop into a positive one, so that you're not running away from negativity, you're actually being propelled by positivity and living a better life. But developing a strong why is key. Is key to getting you up every morning. Like, it needs to be the reason that you wake up every morning. It needs to be the reason that you put your runners on and you get out the door for the gym. It needs to be the reason why you prep your meals or eat a healthy meal. Why do you want to do this? And the only person that can answer that is you. Number 2 is to set a goal or a deadline. So your why is the first thing. It's the most important thing that you need to do. You need to develop your why, and you need to allow that to propel you into this journey. But when you stall or plateau, or maybe you do need a little bit of external motivation, you need to set a goal or a deadline for certain tasks. So I never like to say, set a kilo or a pound goal, because I think that creates a really unhealthy relationship with your journey. What you've got to remember is this is about a healthy lifestyle opposed to just losing weight. And so, in my opinion, yes, it's important to use the scales as an indication of progress, but not to allow them to drive you and your goals. So I always encourage my girls to set a deadline in terms of an event to just stay focused on. You say, like, I've just got to stay focused for 8 weeks, and that's a lot easier to focus on than say, like, my weight loss journey is going to be the next 2 years, and it's going to be this long, arduous journey. If you can block out your time periods of focus, it's awesome. So either block out your times, or say, in 12 weeks time, I'm going to do a 10K fun run, or, a triathlon, or I want to try and squat 60 kilos or, 130 pounds or something. So setting a goal or a deadline is a huge help to stay motivated, because you've got that goal in mind or the deadline. If that goal or deadline is important to you, then you will do everything in your power to make it happen. So that should be an external motivator on top of your intrinsic motivation being the development of your why. Number 3 is to find happiness in every day. Now that might sound lame or cliche, but the reality of life is that if you're not here tomorrow, you need to know that thus far you've lived the best life that you were capable of. Now, each and every single day is not going to be the best day that you have on this planet, obviously. But, overall, you need to be aware of the fact that each and every day we do have on this planet is an opportunity and a gift. So you need to be able to draw some happiness out of every single day. And that should be a big motivator for you, because if you're currently living a life whereby your weight impacts your life, you're living a negative existence, you're allowing your weight to really affect your mood, your personality, your interactions with people, then it's time to make a change. That should be a huge motivator for you, knowing that you're not living your best life, that you're not living the happiest life that you're capable of in your given circumstances. For a lot of people, they find it hard to put themselves first. They find it hard to feel worthy. But what you need to start to realize is that your life is so important and your health is so important, and you are worthy of living your best life, finding that happiness in each and every day and being able to live a life which fulfills you. And so that in itself should be a massive motivator, because you should be striving to live your best life. I've had so many people get into contact with me asking me, tips for motivation, and then sharing how their weight impacts their life. And these stories make me really sad, because first of all, I used to be there not that long ago. And I remember those feelings really vividly. And second of all, literally people's weight holds them back from living. It's like they're just plodding along in life, they're existing, but they're not actually living. So finding happiness in every day and living your best life should be a huge motivator for you, because, like I said, if we're not here tomorrow, we need to know that up until this point, we've lived a life which fulfills us and makes us happy. Big tip there is to practice gratitude. So every night you go to bed, just document 3 things that you're grateful for. That's a huge way to start noticing the positives in the world opposed to the negatives. So it can be as simple as I had a really great coffee today, or that human smiled at me walking down the street. It's about noticing all of the fantastic things that happen in our life and in our days, opposed to focusing on all of the shit. Turn on the news. There's a stabbing, there's a shooting, there's a bomb, there's all of these negative things and nothing positive. I hate watching the news because there's nothing positive that ever comes out of it. So sit down at the end of the day and just document 3 things that you're grateful for. Make sure that you're appreciative of who's in your life, who supports you, what you have, and that you're not constantly you're not constantly focusing on the negative. Now, I know I said 3, but bonus round number 4. What you've got to remember is that this is a lifestyle, not a diet. So people have super negative connotations surrounding diet, surrounding, the quick fix. We've become so outcome focused and not process driven. So we want to achieve what we want to achieve now, and we're not willing to put in the work to achieve that. So a huge motivation should be the fact that you know that 1, it's going to be hard, and 2, that you're changing these things in your life for the rest of your life. So stop focusing on the fact that, it's a 12-week challenge and you're going to lose 40 kilos in 12 weeks. Strong exaggeration. But what you've got to focus on is enjoying the process. Now, that should be a motivator, because it will then allow you to find happiness in every day, to enjoy every day that we have on this planet, because we're just creating a healthier life. We're not on a diet. We're not, starving ourselves. We're just living a better, healthier, happier existence by implementing these things into our lifestyle. So there we have it, my top 3+1 tips for motivation. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like. It really supports my channel. You can contact me via any of the links in the description box below. Leave a comment if you have any comments or you have any suggestions for future videos. And last of all, but not least, subscribe to my channel because there's a video like this coming out every single day. All right, team, Kate Purtle out. Health and good vibes.